Now let's look at getting the terms when you're factoring two cubes. Anytime that you factor two cubes, you end up with a binomial times a trinomial. That happens every single time. To be able to get the terms of the binomial, all we need to remember is to take the cube root of each of the terms in the problem. Ask yourself, what is it that times itself 3 times gives me each part of the problem? Here, what is it 3 times itself 3 times that gives me x cubed? It's x. X times x times x makes x cubed. What is it that times itself 3 times makes 8? It's 2. 2 times 2 is 4 times another 2 is 8. So our binomial, remember it has the same sign as the problem, our binomial needs to be x plus 2. Now once you've got the binomial, you can forget about the problem. The rest of our solution is going to come from scums. The S in scums tells us to get the first term of the trinomial, take whatever you had as the first term of the binomial and square it. Take the first x, if you square it, you get x squared. Now this just makes sense if you think about it. When we want to multiply these things back out, it should get us back to an x cubed. The only way to go from an x to an x cubed is if you multiplied it by an x squared. The C here stands for change signs. Whatever sign you had in the binomial, remember that you want the opposite sign in the middle of the trinomial, so you've got to change whatever sign you had to get the sign in the middle. M stands for multiply. We'll multiply the terms of the binomial together to get the middle term of our trinomial. When I multiply 2 times x, it gives me 2x. Remember, our sign had already been determined before the multiplication. Now back on the back, we've got one letter left. We need to get an 8. Take a guess at what that last letter stands for. You got it. It's square. Whatever we had as the last term here, take that and square it. 2 when I square it makes 4. 2 times 4 makes 8. So scums, no U in scums, will let us figure out how to get the trinomial part of our factoring. Let's see it in action. Now remember, our signs we've already decided with the word soap. So now to get the terms of the binomial, cube root and cube root, that gives us our binomial. Now I can get to my trinomial by just remembering scums. Square the first one, that makes an x squared. Change signs, we've already done that. Multiply these together, that made 3x. Take the back one and square, and there is our factored form. You can factor 2 cubes by doing soap scums. Don't like it in the bathtub, but it's great for factoring 2 cubes.